friends, welcome back to my channel. Today this video is about how to live your best life with positive energy. And the reason why I link those two together is because I think that I feel like I'm living my best life, and it's because I have positive attitude towards everything. Whether it's a failure, whether it's, a lot of obstacles happen throughout my life, but when I look at things in a positive manner, I start to see life on literally the brighter side. And it's so important for us to maintain it because we cannot afford mental health, we cannot afford having negative people around us or bring out negative energy to people. Before jumping right into this video, let's remember that energy is a form of vibration. For us, I feel like if you have people with such a high spirit and positive energy, they walk in a room, it's infectious, it's contagious. You're automatically feeling like, I always want to spend time with that person. So you should be that person for your friends. You should never be negative. You should try to always look at things on a brighter side. So let's jump right into this video. Number one, be productive. There's literally nothing like being productive because you're always going to feel some sort of positivity that you're doing something useful with your life. For me, when I feel like I'm doing a lot, or I'm doing a lot of things that make me help my future goals or make me accomplish my dreams, I feel way more positive with my life, and everything has just become so much more energetic, like because you do things that you really like, and at the same time you're kind of like chasing your dreams with passion. I always feel like I'm so positive, and I start to realize that the people who are not positive and negative are the people who are not being productive with your life. Because when you have more time in your hand, what are you gonna do? You're gonna complain. You're gonna start digging on things that make you upset. But for me, because I'm productive, I'm filling my time in a way that's like, I don't have time to think about these things. Like honestly, it's just a waste of my energy. Knowing that being productive will definitely make you a positive person and will make you live your best life. You should check out my video about how I use Notion to make me more productive. There's a lot of insights there. Number two, live with good intentions no matter what happens to you. Good intentions is so important. I read this book called The Seed of the Soul by Gary Zukav, and he was talking about the power of intentions and how when we actually have good intentions towards something, all that we will get back from people is also good intentions. So knowing that just because you're hurt, just because you went through a bad breakup or lost a job, your intentions have to be the same. Your intentions have to be clean and purified. Number three, keep positive and driven people around you. Look, imagine how much people you spend your time with, they have to exceed your level. Like for me, I feel like I don't want to be so much around people who are negative because it's going to bring my energy down. But if you're around people who are driven, who are always sharing their goals, sharing their visions, it's so important because you start to become like them and they will uplift you. But if you start hanging out with people who are always complaining, always negative, you're going to deplete your energy towards that. So know that your environment has such a large impact on your life and your positivity. Next point is keeping family close. No matter how much love we get from the outside world, it's unmatched when it comes to family. And that kind of helps you be reminded of what you should be grateful for. And the reason why we should stay positive in that aspect is because if you're leaving a gap that needs to be filled by love, external love, and you still have your family that can fill that up for you, you should not allow any gaps to make you double think how grateful you should be about your life. And the reason why it ties to positivity is because in the back of my mind, for example, I know my family got me. Even if we don't talk every day, I try to keep them as close as possible because that makes me grateful. It makes me remember that, hey, no matter what, you have people in this world that will be there for you. And family doesn't always have to be blood. You have the closest friends to you, you could also consider them family. But it's people who you spend so much time before, even if you've moved to different places. Keep them close because that will remind you of how you have such a strong backbone. Next one is be very intentional about how you plan your day. It's so important. Our day goes by really fast. Today for me, since the morning, I was like, whoa, how is it the end of the day already? But because I'm filling my time up with so many things that I already had planned before. So when you're intentional about your day, you can actually manage chunking up your tasks into smaller, achievable chunks, and then you're able to actually have more intention throughout your day to be productive, which kind of ties to the first one, but this is more like being intentional about your day. So if you watch my video about the mindful calendar, you'll see that no matter what, if I'm only working, it's never gonna happen in my calendar because I will have other intentional things that I'm putting in my calendar, like learning something new, being creative, recording a video, editing it. These things are fun for me. I enjoy it and I'm passionate about it. So even though I'm working a 9 to 5, I still find time to be intentional about my day because you still have time outside your day. Of course, you should always rest, but rest, doing things that you really love doesn't mean you're taking yourself away from rest. So be intentional about planning your day for sure. The next point I want to talk about here, and it's a bit more introspective, it's identifying your emotions. I think this is a very important point because most of the time when we're feeling heavy and we're feeling negative in a way, it's because we have so much inside of us that we haven't addressed. But when you start to really sit down with yourself and give that so much attention and you're trying to either journal it out, try to literally sketch out how you feel or brainstorm what the feeling is, the moment you start knowing what that is, you're gonna become way more comfortable and way more like a weight has been removed off your shoulder. So it's like that is so important. Like we have to pay attention to our mental health. Give it attention. If you're feeling different or feeling a bit low, there's something there and you have to address it. And mental health is so important nowadays because I feel like after COVID, we all went through a lot. We started knowing who our real friends are, who aren't our real friends, and where should we spend our time, and who really cares and who doesn't. So for us, it's like so important for us to start to really tackle our mental health for ourselves, and knowing that there's no stigma around it, because at the end of the day, we're all gonna die. No one's gonna care about you. At the end, no one. You have to take care of yourself. Just like you take care of everything in your life, your relationships, your family, take care of your mental health. Like that's so important, because over time, just like if you don't address pain and you let it, it's going to become more painful. So for you, you have to address your emotions and know exactly how you feel in the moment. Are you angry? Are you sad? Are you like hungry? Sometimes you're not even like knowing if you're hungry or you're just angry. That's why people call it hangry. Like there has to be some sort of way where you really give yourself attention. The next one is one of my favorite ones, and it's something I haven't done like before, like maybe like 4 years ago. Before that, I never used to do this point as much, but it's spending time alone. Like so much joy and so much self-discovery when you spend your time alone. It's like you're literally getting to know a friend for the first time. I used to like, take my bike and go around neighborhoods discovering houses, dropping off books, picking up books, flying my drone everywhere, wherever I traveled. And like doing things alone has made me realize how much I really value myself. Sometimes I used to, struggle with self-worth or imposter syndrome, but I started to realize that the more time I spent alone, the more I really knew who I am. I'm able to define what I want and what I don't want. And this kind of ties to like defining your boundaries and your limits, because the more you spend time alone, you get to know who you really are. And you're like, there's nothing wrong with that. You're not crazy. We already had to spend a lot of time alone during COVID. And so it has to be part of your habit to just like sometimes like shut off external distractions such as social media or going out every night. Just spend some time alone for your own positivity and for your own self-care. Next point is show up for yourself like who you want to be. For example, if you want to be like a CEO of a company in 10 years, you literally have to start today to show up for yourself the way you would want to be 10 years. How is a CEO's lifestyle? Is he waking up at 5 a.m.? How's he dressing? How's he talking? Who are his connections, his networks? Like you need to really put yourself in the shoes of who you want to be. There's no time for us to say, okay, when I get there. No, you're already there. Like you are already there. It's all in your mind. You have to just like own up to it. For me, if I want to become a manager, using tools to organize your life, whether it's a colorful calendar, whether it's Notion for your productivity site, whatever it is, use the tools that are there for you. There's a lot of free tools, and I'll be making a video about all the free tools that you can use to organize your life and become more productive, because it really helps you become more positive. Like for me, even at like my daily calendar, I use a lot of colors just to make it more fun. And like you can really manipulate your mind sometimes and just make things way more fun than they actually are, just so you can actually be in the moment and be present and try to like enjoy what you're looking at. So I always look forward to what's in my calendar. Last but not least is stay healthy and take care of your body, mind, and soul. Of course, you've heard this so many times, but there's nothing that will make you feel more confident and positive than when you actually take care of yourself. Imagine how happy you feel when someone else takes care of you. So imagine if you're neglecting yourself, this is why you're gonna lose confidence and be negative. It's like, I can't believe I'm not doing this. I can't believe I'm not doing that. Then do it. Like, get up and do it. Don't complain. Try to limit your negative interactions. Try to limit your negative mindset and have this whole approach of positivity, because vibrations are real. Like literally, I feel this is why when you meet, you probably have a friend and you say, oh, I have this friend, and whenever they walk in a room, like they demand that respect, because the positive energy they bring, it's so real. Like it's so amazing and infectious, and people would always want to be around you. So that's it for my video. Please don't forget that you have the control to do anything you want in your mind, and literally externally, it's what you think about yourself internally. So I hope you like this video. Please comment if you have any more tips, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.